Okay, so the recording is on. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and very warm greetings to all of you. Today we are going to start our lecture number 11, which is marketing and entrepreneurial setup. So, like marketing is the basis for all the businesses to help us to sell, to help us to understand the customers, to help us to tell them about our products and services. So in today's era, we know marketing is everything. So our learning objectives for this session would be to discuss the basics of a marketing plan and explain how to develop a pricing model and differentiate between the various types of promotion available to a new business. And at last, identify the methods for sales management. Okay, so what is marketing plan? It's the plan that developed by the entrepreneurial businesses to identify who the customers are and how they will be attracted to a company. Actually, the marketing process has gone through a lots of different phases. Like the marketing is very much closely linked with the American history. So it starts with selling, in which you are just trying to develop the products and you're selling it to the customers. Then it goes to the promotions, and then it goes to the identifying the customer needs. So customer need is the core for all the business activities, because if you do not understand the real need for the customers, you would not be able to provide the product. So your customers might switch over when some other competitors are fulfilling those needs. So identifying your customers and identifying your customer need is the core aspect of marketing. Actually, most people confuse marketing with selling. Selling is just a part of the marketing. So this whole phenomenon of marketing starts from identifying your customers, identifying their needs, and then developing product and services according to those needs. Then selling is a part through which we tell them like, okay, we have made the product, and now you just tell them that yes, this is the product, this is the ideal product for you, and what are the prices and promotions and everything around this whole. So how they will be attracted by the company, to the company. That's the process of the marketing. So let's go and see. The marketing plan is basically a plan in which we integrate all these things. So the first step is identifying your market. So focused approach needs to be used to market the firm's products or services to those customers that are likely to buy its products and services at the price desired. So there are like focused approach is a key in this term. Focused approach is required for products and services for those the customers and desired price desired. Okay. So if we try to see like what does it mean, can we look into the car industry? We know there's a Toyota, Honda, Ferrari, Lamborghini. These are all cars, but they focus on different kind of customers, and then they develop those products for those customers to fulfill their needs. So advertising specifically to market one in pursuing. So you differentiate like the customers, like we are differentiating on the basis of say their income level. So you can have a customer, their income level is like 15,000, say Saudi Riyal, to say 30,000 Saudi Riyal. And then you might have an income level from 51,000 to say 75,000 Saudi Riyal. Then you might have customers that would have like 76,000 Saudi Riyal to say 100,000 Saudi Riyals. Okay, so per month, and then you might have say 100,000 plus, and then you will decide like which is my target customers, and then you will be providing them products and services according to their needs and wants. So we can do segmentation on the basis of, let's say, gender as well. You can target male, female, you can target on the basis of age. So the more focused you will be, the more you'll be spending your every penny very wisely on the marketing. So if you are like developing a message and you're sending the whole kind of all the individuals, that's a very expensive process, you know. So you have to be very focused and you have to identify your target customers very cleverly, and this is going to be your first step. Okay, so next is new businesses must target the right geographic areas with the right marketing tools for success. Again, if you are not targeting the right geographical area, you are just targeting the wrong area, then you would not be able to get the desired outcome. Like products are not going to be sold. So entrepreneurs should make a reasonable estimate of what they can do with the least resources to reach the most people as efficiently as possible. Now, through the digital marketing, this has been very kind of easy for the businesses. Earlier, it was very difficult to get the message across to the right kind of customers. But having said this, in today's world, when we like say 30 years back, we used to have one television, and those televisions were state-owned, and everybody, all the family members were sitting in front of the television, and they were watching the same programs. And it was quite easy for the marketeers to target those customers who are kind of watching the same program. But nowadays it's very difficult because people, even though sitting in the same room, all the family members, the father would be watching the news, the child would be watching, say, cartoons, and the mother would be watching some cooking channel on her mobile phones, you know. So that increases the challenge, how you will be able to reach the target customers, which medium you're going to use. So that is a great challenge for the marketers. But having said this, digital marketing gives you exact like how many customers or target customers the message has been delivered, and can also estimate like did they click on it, did they open the ad, and then you can have a great command on the marketing as compared to the previous like when we were using billboards on the roadside, and you would not know like how many customers would actually see this, and especially if they were the potential customers. So this problem has been overcome by the social media. Okay, so we have to define our target customers. The entrepreneurs need to define a particular segment of the market that he or she is seeking to serve. So identify specific customers who meet those criteria in the market area chosen. But basically, if you are providing a general product that is fulfilling all the ages, all the different segments, so basically in today's era, it's going to be very difficult for you to cater demands of all different the segments, so you have to be very focused in today's era, because there are already lots of like products available in the market into that segment. As we talked about the top segment, we were talking about Lamborghini, Ferrari. So if they're targeting 100,000 plus, income per month. So the market is already saturated, and you might have Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Rolls-Royce and other top rank cars. So that's why you'd not like to miss, but just if you're developing a luxury car and you are just trying to market it to, say, someone who is earning like 50,000 or below. Okay, so entrepreneurial business should answer a few questions, like how many of the target customers exist within the market area. The more the target customers, if you are on like precious or high-end niche products, then the number of customers might be limited, as we are talking about the luxury products brands. But having said this, you must have adequate number of customers available so that you can get your bid. And what percentage of this population could be attracted? So that is crucial. So say that there are 5,000 customers, say in Eastern region or Al-Hassa, what percent, say 10% of them. So we can attract 500 customers, which is 10%. What percentage of a general population uses your product? Like how the product is already being used. Do these numbers match your cash flow projection? And as if you remember our previous lecture, that was for the cash flow. Like we should not be drain out of the cash flow. So it's very crucial for us to link it back with that. What do you need to change if they do not? Like, is there a chance that we can adapt or we can change a slightly bit of our product to cater these needs? We know that Toyota is an example which is being offered to the normal general public. So Toyota wanted to get a higher profit, so they cannot get the higher profit using the same brand name. So in their meeting, they thought like we should change a brand name for high luxury products. So what they did, they came up with Lexus. Okay, so this is Lexus was used as a luxurious brand exported to United States. So they thought like America is the ideal market to export luxury cars. So it introduced totally different kind of a brand name, and they did not go by using Toyota. Otherwise, the top niche customers would not have gone to buy this. So yes, they must have studied and asked these questions to themselves before entering this market. So they thought there's an adequate market where they can get their own pie. Okay, so online businesses, analyze changes for the online businesses, because we see lots of e-commerce and online stores, especially through Amazon, Alibaba. They have changed the whole nature of the businesses and canvas. So we definition of a customer is the same as for all other firms. So companies' web presence is a significant factor because of a large geographical customer base. Most of the time, recently I have noticed, this is my personal observation, that many businesses, they are very successful, like just using Instagram or just using TikTok, and they are doing a good sale. But unfortunately, they don't have a website. So you must have to have a website. It increases your credibility for the online businesses. It tells us like it's a brick and mortar, like the physical presence, like you personally exist. You are not, anonymous kind of a thing. And then using search engine optimization techniques improves one's chances of being seen. So SEO is how the Google basically operates, and how do you make your website like seen online. So there are lots of techniques. They do like on the page SEO, they do off the page SEO, and it's just like a normal people when they become very popular and famous. So Google works like that. Credentials. If your brand is kind of the most talked brand in the town, so everybody knows about it. Similarly, Google also works on these. And if you're many people are coming to your website, that Google is going to give you good DA, which is called domain authority. And if you're having more backlinks, like you're going on the other websites and writing some articles, or other people are discussing about your products on the website, so Google will see like this brand is like more popular, so they will bring the website. So Google will see like this brand is like more popular, so they will bring your website into the top numbers in the search, when you're going to search those. And because this your brand website appearance on the Google's ranking is technically should be linked with the Google's objective. So Google's objective is to provide its customer a kind of a brand that has been talked about mostly, that like many people wants to search. So Google's core strength is that it provides the right kind of a search. So if you're linking your objectives of marketing with the Google's, so obviously it's going to rank you up. And then on the top of the search engine, when you're searching, there are some paired advertisement they show with this. So when you're using the Google AdSense and other things. Anyways, how to develop a pricing model? Pricing is the crucial thing. Pricing is very important. Why? It helps us to get the revenue that we are looking for. So a price should have, the cost and plus your profit, and that should make your all price. Okay, I just want to make it very simple for you. So imagine you are making up one pencil for say 1.2 cent or 1.2 say real, and then your profit margin you are going to take on this is like 0.8. Then you'll set the price to be 2 real per pencil. Okay, and if you're going to sell 1 million, so you're going to make 2 million of the, sorry, not 2 million of the profit, but it's the if you're going to sell 2 million or 1 million, you will be having overall revenue of 2 million. And what is going to be your profit margin? So imagine you have 2 million to 0.8 by 1. You can have 1.6 million of the profit. No, it's not like that, is it? So 2 million into 0.8. It's going to be 1.6 million. I think there is something wrong with it. Yes. Okay, so a price of a product or a service is a critical consideration for the new businesses. Product can be valued for what one believes that are worth on the market. So most businesses charge a premium for their products and services, like they charge extra. And if they are providing extra services or as a premium product quality, then they charge extra. Like we have iPhone 16, it will be going to have three different options, then you can go for that. And then same for the iPhone 17. You can have iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. The higher the profit, the faster competitors will challenge their businesses. So if your profit is higher, obviously it will attract many competitors to compete and fight for the and try to take a buy for of the profit that you are already getting. So cost plus pricing, that's what we were talking about. That price in which the entrepreneur initially determines the cost structure and then determines what profit margin is desired and as to the cost. So the plus aspects can be the percentage added to the cost basis. So you can think about either to add the cost or the percentage of the cost that is being added to the product. So parts of the desired profit margin will be determined by competitors' prices and company overhead. So sometimes you can set the price based on your competitors. Like I know there was a milk market in Pakistan. So all the milk producers, we are talking about Tatra milk or packed milk, they had similar kind of profit, like pricing strategy. For one, say, small pouch, one they are selling, say, for 33.5 pence. The other is selling us like 35 per pack. Say 200 grams of pack we are talking about. Okay. Another one will be giving it 32.5. And probably you might have noticed this in Kingdom as well, that they're almost similar to each other, like very small difference between the pricing. So what happens is that these businesses are in an oligopoly kind of a market in which all the products are similar or almost similar. So what they do is instead competing each other on the basis of the pricing, and they let everybody to take a good profit margin or decent profit margin, and then they put all these extra money that the profit that they make is on marketing and creating a differentiation between them on the minds of the customers, so that they should pick and choose which product is better for them. So price deviation between a firm and its competitor must be justified and must have merit with the customers. So if your price just like if you're charging a premium price and that is not justifiable, especially in the minds of the customer, then they will not buy your product. So why nowadays the big companies, they have gone out from this cost and pricing and thing. They have gone into the branding. So people are willing to pay extra thing for a higher brand. So a brand is a different kind of a game that businesses have introduced nowadays. So a person is going to buy a very expensive kind of a, say, t-shirt or jeans, and why they have bought it, not because of the color, not because of the quality, but because that was a brand. So branding is an ultimate desire for the businesses. So if somebody is buying a brand, uh, then you consider like it's worth buying, even though the price is uh, like strangely or is a bit higher, So people buy Gucci bag for say 30,000 real. This is way too high, but people are happy to buy it because this is a brand. So when the people are buying the brands, they don't consider the price consideration. But this is like justifiable in the minds of the customers. So customers don't think like they have been scammed or they have been tricked. So price as service, like, so service industry, we have to understand pricing. Pricing is very crucial. uh, Time is the primary operational cost in any service industries. Overhead expenses still exist, but on one's education and experience are overvalued. So if you take the example of services, say hotels or say restaurants or say mm, you go to say hospital. So if there is a doctor that is like very senior and he's got like his credentials are very high, so the same operation, like somebody is charging you for say 5,000 real, if that doctor charges you 15,000 real, you will be more contented, like, oh, this is a very famous doctor, so I must go and get treated by him. Similarly, when we are going to some restaurants or when we go for some food, or even if you go to a barber, a simple barber might take like 15 real to cut your hair, but if there's a stylist, that stylist barber can charge you like 150, and you will be willing to pay for it. So it requires a closer examination of the competitor's pricing. So what kind of services you are providing. Then pricing, valuable tools to balance customers' flow with the time available. So why these do it? Like, let me give you an example of a barber, and we can explain this thing. So price is a mechanism through which you keep your customers' rate of flow. Okay, if the more you're going to increase the price, you can decrease the number of customers are willing to come and buy this product. So now you take like why Ferrari, say if they have 1 million, say Saudi Real, I don't know its real price, but so they will have like say 5,000 customers. If they decrease it to say 500,000, then you will have say 15,000 customers coming in. So it's just like now there's a pressure that is coming for you to build more. But if you increase the price from 1 million to say 1.5 million, then you will be able to 1 million to say 1.5 million. Then you will be able to decrease the customers from say 5,000 to only say 3,000 customers will be coming to buy your product. That's how the businesses control their target inflow of the customers. So that's why if a barber, because he has a limited time available with him, and he's a very popular and he is a stylist, so everybody would like to go to him. So initially, as I told you, the normal initial rate over here is say 15 real. So if he changes to 25 real, he will so 15, 25. I'm just trying to make it here. 55 and then 155. Okay. So on 15, say he is getting 255 customers coming on a daily basis, but he has a limited time and his capacity. And then on 25, he gets like say 2 or 30. Only 15 people, they just are not coming. Then when he goes to 55, he's getting like say 130. Now when he increases the price to 155 or 35, whatever it is, he is getting only 30 customers in a day, and this suits him. Obviously, he can deal 30 customers, and he can at a price of say 155. So this is very profitable for him. So 30 into 155. So he will be able to make 4,650. Here he can make 4,650 reals per day. Okay, so in this option. And we said like only 30 people he can deal in a day. So if he was dealing 30 customers at 15, he was only earning 450 real, because he does not have a capacity to deal all the customers. See how he has used his branding, like because he is very popular, and how he has converted it to control the number of customers that were coming into the shop, and how he has started getting more profits. So pricing is like for the startup, it should offer a great value for the money charged to build a customer base. So this is your first touch point through which the customers are going to be linked with you. So it should be a great value. It should not be like somebody feel that they have been exploiting the market, you know. So small increments of money should be avoided. If there's a like you're trying to increase money on a small basis, on a regular basis, that will send a negative image in the minds of the customers. So they will get confused. So the very first day, you should identify your target customers and just stay tuned to them. So new business owner will need to determine if he or she wishes to offer a quantity discount. So we know the quantity discounts. When you increase the number of the quantity that you purchase, they will give you discounts on it. So you have to be very clever to understand and how you should go about to increase the sales. Promotion, it means by which a business advances its products or services. It promotes. Promotion is from promoting your business. Okay, like Trump. So pure promotion, strictly financial arrangements in which you pay for some outputs, such as radio advertisements. A mixed promotions is basically cost something, but also have an element of community support. And virtually free promotions have very limited financial costs, but have time commitments and requirements from individuals in the firm. So pure promotion is like sometimes you pay to some advertisement programs and they just talk about your business, and they say this is a great business, this is like this new startup is a great that is uh, fulfilling this need of the customers that was long awaited. Mixed is like in which you are trying to do some community works, you are spending some cost, and then you are being seen doing those activities. And there are virtually free promotions in which you are just spending times and you attend different conferences and you attend different workshops, you attend different campaigns, and that will also give you a promotion. Pure promotion, like these are signs, simple but distinctive. You can use the signs, you can use flyers, you can use web pages, you can use social media, and you can use newspaper, you can use radio and television, you can use trade shows. So the billboards are also part of the signboard. so that we used to see on the roadside. Still, we see many billboards on the roadside. They should be simple and distinctive. Why simple? Because people are just driving by and they cannot. If it's not distinctive, you'll not get their attention. And if it's not simple, so they will not be able to read your message. So it has to have very limited kind of information on it. So basically, we call ADA. So all the marketing messages must have an AIDA. AID is this is D, not P. A for attention, and okay, let me type it down because my writing is horrendous. So let's try to type it here. A for attention, I for interest, D for desire, and A for action. So when they should see your message, the customers, it should attract their attention. So they'll see, oh, what kind of billboard is this? This is a new one. And then they should develop an interest. This is a good thing. So I think uh, I should explore more. And then when they explore more, they develop this desire, like, I think we should go and buy this. And then actually they go and buy this thing. So all the promotional advertisements are devised around these four things: to develop it, to get attention, to develop an interest, to develop a desire, and then when they actually go and purchase the product, that is our success. So signboards, we are talking about like billboards, they should be simple and distinctive. Flyers, the small uh, pamphlets, we also call them pamphlets. They produce it and then they give some salesman. They just hand over to different cars, and they can just put on when you come back from your office, you can see that on your car they put some flyers, and you can see people going into door to door and hand over the flyers. They are also cheaply produced but have a small impact. So mostly you see people take the flyer and they just throw it away. Mostly, rarely they read it. But again, it's a cheap or economical way. So this is, you can hire some salespersons, and you can put them to wear your uniform, and that will create a little bit of your appearance in the market. Web pages. For that, like, not most of the people, they are professional, so you'll need to hire professional website developers. And if you try to make websites by yourself, as I did lots of time, then you might enter into some problems. Sometimes how you link with the website, and then so it's the job of the professional. So if you are running a business, you can be effective into web development. Yes, once you have developed a website, then you can run your own social media. So you should have a knowledge and expertise of a specialist are critical. So in this area as well, people hire specialists, especially for the initial sales and stuff. But later on, small businesses, we have seen many examples in which they use social media very effectively, and they can generate the desired sales. But yes, at the start of the business, you would require the specialist. Newspaper, we are all familiar how the advertisements are portrayed. This is like broad-based shotgun and type advertising, and you have to understand your business nature. They can be a bit costly. Radio and televisions are difficult and expensive options, and trade shows, again, they're expensive to participate. But yes, if you participate into trade shows, they have other many advantages. So big brands, they don't miss trade shows, they don't miss radio, television. But as a small entrepreneurial setup, you might not be able to afford it, but that's a good place to advertise your businesses. Okay, so promotions. Promotion through social media platform has become the primary outlet for small businesses. I was listening to a entrepreneur who was the top ranked billionaire, and she says the social media and internet. So buckle up and try to use the social media as a platform to promote your business. Mixed promotions or community support, these are like schools are in constant need of the sponsors. So if you are aligning sponsorship to activate activities, maximizing exposures to potential client base, such as sports team, clubs, or events. So this can be very beneficial for you. It helps associate one's name with positive activities and reach the customers one seeks. So mostly church groups look for sponsors to help in various activities for communities or for their youth in America and other developed countries. Okay, virtually free promotion. How we can do that? Widely referred to as a bootstrap marketing because it requires little capital. So speaking opportunity with schools, clubs, and religious groups can be utilized. So presentation should be generic and not a simple promotion. An entrepreneur can put together something interesting for local news or talk shows. Sales management is key for the marketing. And as I started by the start of this lecture, we were saying like the marketing is uh, understood as just a sales. So sales is a part of the marketing. Sales management is methods employed to and the individuals who build and maintain the relationship with the customer. So to a certain extent, everyone in an organization is involved in the sales. Like everybody who is developing the product, that is ultimately a part of the sales. Like if you go to Maza, Al Bake, the person who is baking, say, the fish or uh, packing the stuff and this and or cutting the salad, they are all parts of the sales. So if they do not cut it properly, ultimately the customer will not be satisfied, or if they forgot anything to put it in the parcel, then you will not be satisfied. So all the activities of the business are linked with the sales. It refers to how the whole sales process is managed. So that is sales is also the backbone of the whole business. So sometimes you see the new entrepreneurs, they're more focused on production, they are more on manufacturing, but they are dedicating little attention towards sales management. So this is a key takeaway for today's lecture, that they should be focusing on these dimensions as well. Okay, so review questions for today are: describe the basics of a marketing plan. What advice would you provide a potential new business owner about establishing a marketing plan? What elements are necessary for a target customer profile? How is a target customer profile used in the operations of a new business? Okay, this is the reference that we follow: Bamford and Bruton 2022 Entrepreneurship, the Art, Science, and Process for Success, 4th edition, McGraw-Hill. And that's it. This is the end of today's lecture. If you have any questions, you are welcome to please ask.